Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, also known as ETCG1 when posting videos to this channel. And here on ETCG1, I start things off with, hey, if it's your birthday, happy birthday, please enjoy this digital confection. That may be the last upbeat thing I say in this video, and I'll apologize for that in advance. This video is an update on my situation with this shop, and for those of you not familiar, the building that I'm in right now has been purchased, and the person who purchased it wants to use it for his own business, so he wants me out. But he has kindly allowed me to stay here and rent month to month until I move into the new place, which, to catch you up on that, the new place is dependent upon a building that is being built right now. So they're building a building, and some of the people in the business park that I'm moving into are going to move into that new building, and I'm going to occupy their empty spaces after they leave. So all of this is my move is dependent upon the completion of this building, and I'm showing you video of it right now. The completion of this building, once that happens, then people have to move out of the space that they're in into that new space, and then I'll be able to move into their existing spaces. About 2 weeks ago, this current landlord, the guy that just bought this building, calls me up and says, you know, when are you moving? When are you leaving? And was kind of animate about it. He's like, you know, basically, get out. It's time to get out. Get out. When are you getting out? And I told him, you know, once again, what I just told you was waiting for this new building to be built and all that kind of thing. Well, apparently he called the owner of this business park, and that owner of that business park told him that he would have a space available on March 1st. He didn't say specifically what it was, and I'm getting this information third hand and what have you, but he got it in his head that I'm somehow sandbagging this, you know, being here and not wanting to leave, which, you know, to some degree is true because who wants to move? But as I said, I've had this other place lined up. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, obviously you have little to no experience with commercial real estate. And for those of you that aren't familiar with commercial real estate comes with a heavy mortgage and lots of other things that go along with it. So you want to have like a queue of tenants waiting to move into a space. So like me, I went in 2 years ago and talked to this person before any of this stuff ever came up and said, hey, do you have anything available? You got a sign out front that says you have stuff available, and this is kind of what I'm getting at. This is what you have to do. When you're renting commercial real estate, you pretty much got to have a queue of people always ready to go in. And that way you don't have empty spaces, because empty spaces means, well, you got to pay the mortgage out of your own pocket, and that sucks. So I understand his philosophy of wanting to get people in. And that's basically what I think happened when this guy that owns this place called him up, and he just tried to give him availability so that he could get another potential customer. That said, I went up to the new business park and spoke to that person. In fact, we had a meeting that was scheduled, and I was supposed to sign a lease for the new place that I was going to move into, and that was supposed to happen this Tuesday. And just to put all this in context, and I'm sorry I didn't mention this sooner, today is February 12th, 2022. Anyway, earlier this week, I met with the landlord of the new place, and he informed me when I sat down to sign the lease that the place that he had told me I was going to be moving into is no longer available, and he has another space that I can move into, and I really wasn't excited about that at all. He showed me the new space, and I looked at it, and I could tell right away that it was a lot less space than I have here. So it's even less space to work than I have here, and I've pretty much maxed this place out, as you probably couldn't tell, especially with the vehicles that I'm trying to keep inside, like my dad's truck and the Type R, and also my Fairmont, and, well, whatever else I consider not wanting to leave outside. But the point is, you know, I got the old switcheroo right at the very end. And I was pretty disappointed in that, and I probably could make that space work, but ever since that day I've been looking for other alternatives and other options. And did I mention that I waited 2 years just to find this place? Well, pickings are slim, and things are looking, well, dicey at the moment. It's not without hope, but it certainly isn't what I expected. Now, the original place that I was going to move into, I could have probably put 6 lifts in that place if I wanted to. It was 5,000 square feet, was plenty of room to do the kind of stuff that I wanted to do. This place, unfortunately, is mostly office space and very little workspace. Bottom line is, the guy that owns this place wants me out, and the place that I was going to move into isn't what I thought it was going to be, and I'm going to have to change plans as a result. Yay. And by the way, I haven't signed that lease yet. I've been given till about the end of the month to figure out what I'm gonna do next, which is what I'm in the process of doing, and that's what I have been in the process of doing, which brings me around to my next point. As far as Eric the Car Guy videos, I'm probably gonna pause production on that because I gotta get this place packed up. No matter what, I gotta get this place packed up, and that's not gonna make for a very compelling video, let's say. But that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm dealing with. So a pause in Eric the Car Guy production. I may still continue on with ETCG1 videos, but right now my focus has got to be on packing everything up and getting ready to leave. That's where we're at. That's the update. So I'm sorry if that's somewhat of a downer, but I've been dealing with this for a few days now, and I'm just trying to work the problem, and that's what you have to do. You know, in business, you can't take stuff personally. You got to just basically get up and move on. You can't say, oh, that guy did that. That guy's being a blah, 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 blah. If you do that, you're wasting your time, because it's not about you. It's business. It's business. And that's what life is like when you're playing in the big leagues. Just saying. I'll put links in the description to those other 2 videos I've done about this topic to give you specifics on why I didn't buy this building and why I didn't buy a building right now. So those of you that want to make those comments, links in the description to those videos that you should watch before you make those comments and look really ignorant. I will also put links in the description, or a link in the description to ericthecarguy.com, which is where I ask you go if you have automotive questions. Don't forget, I post ETCG1 videos on Mondays. I hope to continue doing that in the next few weeks. We'll see what happens. ETCG1 videos on Mondays, so stop back and see me then. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.